talented staff, and here's Dan doing this thing. It's like, I don't think this compares to those two things. Anyway, I have an invisible needle and thread, okay? And just in case I ever get asked to do this trick, I carry it with me all the time. Every morning I get it ready, so that just in case, you know, I have to do it that day or I get to do it that day, it's ready. So I have this invisible needle and thread here, and I'm just going to push the needle up through each one of my fingers like this, okay? And I'm just going to kind of tie it off up here. Just like sewing.
Look real.
It doesn't hurt. Oh, I know a lot of people ask out of concern for my safety. Just kind of tingles a little bit because it's invisible. You know, kind of like when your hand falls asleep, you've been sitting on it or something and it starts to tingle. Okay. You getting it? Okay. Bite off the string there. Okay, so now I have an invisible string attached to each one of my fingers. And at this point, most people are like, what's he doing? Okay, well, I'm going to take that string now, and I'm going to pull each one of my fingers back. One at a time like that. Like that, okay. And now I'm going to grab onto all the strings and pull my fingers back even farther. Usually the third time's about the best. Get them stretched out real good so you can see. Backwards. Usually if I let it go at this point, they kind of stay like that. You can see they kind of like curve, funky. And so they're stuck like that. Now the problem is the strings get kind of tight, you know, they tense up because they're invisible, and invisible strings do that. I don't know if you were aware of that, but they do. And so sometimes when I'm showing this trick and I have to play guitar very shortly afterwards, it's a problem because I can't push the strings down the right way with my fingers. And I've tried really hard, but it doesn't work when my fingers are stuck backwards like this. So I'm like, okay, think to myself, I'm like, Self, what would you do if you were in my shoes? I guess I kind of am in my shoes. But anyway, I was like, well, okay, so I got these invisible strings that are stuck. Of course, I need an invisible scissors to cut the invisible strings because regular scissors just don't work. So I was looking all around to see if I could find an invisible scissors. I couldn't find one anywhere. They're really hard to find, okay? Because they're invisible and you can't see them. And so I'm like, well, where would I find invisible scissors? What place would be sure to have an invisible scissors? And then I was like, Hobby Lobby, okay? And if you guys know Hobby Lobby, they have everything. Think about anything, they have it, okay? So I walk in and I'm like, excuse me, man, do you happen to have any invisible scissors in stock? Actually, no, it was more like this. I like, she's like, sir, I know exactly what you need. Follow me. She takes my hand and she's like, ugh. Then she's like, okay, well, follow me. So we walk back into the store, right to the invisible aisle. Who knew that they had an invisible aisle? Walk by it every time, okay? She reaches over, grabs the invisible scissors, and she's like, don't ever let go of these. I'm like, I won't. So I take them, and now I carry them around with me in my pocket everywhere I go.